I want to give a short video about how to um, use Google Docs. So I'm going to talk about 4 things. 1, making a folder. 2, making a document. 3, sharing the document. And then 4, putting comments on the document. And this is what you need for using Google Docs for peer review. So let me share my screen. Google Docs is part of the Google Suite, and Google Suite includes ULR email. ULR has purchased the Google Suite, so you can get access to all of the various Google apps. And the way to get access is to log into your ULR email, and then in the top right, there is a tic-tac-toe box with all the links. And we are going to use first the drive. Note that if you have a personal Google email, that you need to make sure you're in the ULR Google email, or else you'll be in the wrong Google Drive. You want to be in the ULR Google Drive. So I use my drive in Google Drive, and so I have a lot of different folders. But one of the things I want you to be sure to do is to organize your Google Drive so that you can find things. And one way to do that is to create a folder for this class, and you would make sure that any kind of document that you work on in the class, you have either moved to this folder or added a shortcut to the folder. So to make anything new in Google Drive, you can click on this plus button that says new. And the first thing in the list is a new folder. You can notice that you can also create all these different other things. We'll call this Google folder for 3316. And here it is. And so I want to make sure that anything I do for this class is in this folder. I called it a Google folder so that it would show up early in the alphabetical organization. Now, the next step is to make sure that everything you work on for the class is in the folder. You can create a new, you can write your letters directly on Google Docs. All you would do is from Drive, you can click on the plus. You can also go back to the tic-tac-toe and click on the documents. And this gives us the options of new documents to create. We're going to create a new document. And so let's say this is letter. So I just clicked on blank document, and then I named this file according to the template that I've asked you to do. The reason I do this is so that when I add the shortcuts to my folders, they are all in the same order. It's easy for me to find them. They're alphabetical, and so I can easily tell whether you've submitted something or not. When you just call it letters, and if everybody else calls it letters, I can't tell who submitted what, and I have to open it up and see, and sometimes I can't even tell from that if people's names aren't on it. So this is why I ask you to do that. Notice there is a folder up here next to the name. And when I created this new one, it put it automatically in Drive. But I want to put it in this Google folder. So I will move it there. And it tells me it is moved. So now when I click on this, it tells me it's in the Google folder. You can also take a, so I can write the letter. I could also go in and take a Word document, cut and paste from the Word document into this new Google document and continue with it from there. It is best if you stick with Google Docs. Once you've got something created in a Google Doc for this class, because then you can take a look at all the revisions, etc. Now, the next thing to do, so let's say I'm not sure where my document is. You can always go into your Drive and look down here, and it can look at the Drive, and you can look at things that are shared with you. So when people share things with you, you can find it that way. And you can look at recent, which is one of the convenient things with Google Docs. And I'm just going to practice with this document. And I have, this document is saved to Drive. And it is in a different folder. And I want to move it to this, a Google folder. Now, when you look up here, you'll see that it's there. Now, in order to share something, and so what I've asked you to do is share your letter with me. You click on the blue button up in the top right of the document, and anybody you want to share it with, you just type their email, their UALR email in. And it's actually pretty easy to do because all the email addresses at ULR will pop up. So I want to share it with JL Matson. Let's say another person in the class is Trinity Caver. And note that as soon as I start typing Trinity, it pops up with her email. Now notice that one of the things that happens is I have an access option, and there are three options: an editor, a commenter, and a viewer. So you want to share it as commenter or editor because the commenter or the editor are the ones that can make comments on it. And when you share it, it's nice of you to add a notification. So I type an email to me, and this notifying is optional, but I recommend that you do it for the class. And then when you click send, this will be sent as an email to me. And you see here that in my email, I got an invitation to edit. So when you share it with me, all of these letters, I will be getting all these emails. And in fact, you can see here that these are letters that I have received already. The last thing I want to talk about is how to comment on it. And so here's a draft. This is from something I wrote many years ago. And it is, notice that it is named the method that I have requested you. When I put my cursor over to the right, I get two options, an add comment or a suggest edits. And for the peer review, what I'm recommending is that you add comments. Then I will get this comment box. And there is my comment. If I click on this, I can in fact edit my comment. I can link it and I'm sorry, delete it, and I can link it. I can actually link to this comment. I can also add more by clicking on the reply, and I can specify people to get emails if I use this @ symbol, which is what I've done on this thing before. So for the peer review process, what I'd like you to do is to use the commenting tool in Google Docs and basically have conversations with each other over these next few days. When you're finished, you will revise it in light of the comments and then submit it to me as I've requested. So I hope this helps you with your process. And I'm looking forward to reading everybody's letters soon.